Hello, I'm here with Osam Iyahe, Director and Head Natural Resources at Africa Finance Corporation. You're the first finance person I'm really speaking to at the Africa Oil Week. And I wish I actually spoke to you much earlier, because everyone has been coming in here. We've been talking about the challenges, and it all kind of boils down to funding. You know, you hear from the ministers, you hear from operators. Yes, a lot of challenges in Africa, but funding is a big one. That is what we're trying to attract at the end of the day. So, you know, what would you say about Africa's, potential from what you've heard in the conference? How are we still able to attract the level of funding that we can, in spite of the fact that we are in a challenging oil environment?
Well, thank you very much. I do believe that the future is quite bright for African oil and gas sector. If you look at just the vast resources available in the gas sector, in the oil sector, we have incredible amount of reserves and resources yet to be tapped. I think the key challenge, and I'm not going to dwell on the challenge, it's really been getting the right macro environment, political environment, and social environment to attract the capital. Really, Africa is it's a continent of paradox, so lots of opportunities, but inability to take advantage or take full advantage of it. But I think with institutions like mine, the Africa Finance Corporation, which is born by African, which is financed by African money, specifically focused to address Africa's infrastructure problems and fund African projects. We have, I think we are one of the solutions that I think comes to bear in terms of financing such projects, because we have the ability to be able to understand the operating environment a little bit more better than a lot of other financial institutions that are not perhaps even based out of Africa. So that gives us a unique edge and a unique opportunity to be able to dimension the risks in a different way than other institutions or investors would. So I think that's just the beginning of the journey for us.
All right. And what about your key successes, AFCs' key successes in Africa so far in the energy space?
We have quite a lot of successes. I would just give you an example. We are developing a power plant in Ghana, the Kupom power plant. It's estimated that we're going to, I think first power starts in January 2018, and it's estimated that it will provide more than 20% of Ghana's energy need. We're also an investor in Kabiolika wind farm, which is in Cape Verde, and it's currently supplying more than 20% of the total power in Cape Verde. So those are just two clear examples. In Nigeria, for example, we also participated in the acquisition of a number of discos, which is the distribution companies, a few years back, and it's making a significant impact. So I think that we've been very successful in terms of bridging the gap in infrastructure requirements across the continent.
Speaking of requirements, what about your investment criteria? What do you look out for when you choose a project that you'd like to fund?
Well, that's a very good question. I think at the end of the day, what are you funding? You're funding people. You're funding ideas. I think a key criteria would be the quality of the leadership, the quality of the sponsors, and the quality of the business plan that we are reviewing. But underneath that, I think it's really understanding the people who are financing the project and what their vision for the project, and making sure it's aligned with your vision as a financier.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Okay.